CL 650, in association with Tom Lucas Productions, presents Radio Real Estate.
Our house in the middle of our street.
And now, here are your hosts, Sherry Brown and Tom Lucas.
Good morning. Welcome to the On-Air Open House. The Low Rider van is here. Wasn't that fun riding with Bill this morning,
That
Sherry?
was.
Oh, geez.
It was, yes. It's always a treat when I get to ride in Bill's van.
His Low Rider, she presses a button there and the thing starts to shake. It's pretty cool, Bill.
I got a buddy over at Hallmark Ford over there on 152 that wants to get me into a different kind of van. I said, I've been driving the same kind of van since 74. But Eric said, you got to go into this van. So I'm waiting for him to give me some pamphlets on
Wow.
it.
So
Does it shake better?
Well, apparently has a better clearance for the underground parking, which is very important.
Perfect.
But it doesn't look like a family van, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's more of a.
I couldn't imagine you without your van. I think your van embodies you,
Exactly.
and I'd be sad to see the van go. Actually, so.
Well, people say to me like, where's your Mercedes? Where's your Bentley? Where's your? I drive a van.
You say at home?
No, that's the only thing I drive.
Because your van apparently is very big in Chilliwack. They know your van out in Chilliwack, and they look for it. They go, oh, Bill's coming again.
You'd be amazed at how many people recognize me by the van.
I'll bet. So it's 1 minute after 10 o'clock. Now, you're going to be on the show next week, but you're going to be reporting in from strange places.
Yes, we're going down to Oregon, and we're going to go about halfway down just south of Lincoln City in a little town called Newport Bay.
Newport Bay as opposed to Newport Beach.
Yes, Newport Beach would be nice to go, but we don't have that kind of time. So
It's
we're
California.
It's
right.
California.
But you're going to Oregon.
So we're going to Oregon.
But you'll be with us on the show next week on the phone from Oregon.
Yes, I will. I think it's Yakima Bay.
Oh, okay. If we could spell Yakima, we'd be in great shape. But Sherry and Dwayne and I will be here in the studio, and we'll be waiting to talk to you.
I look forward to the chat on air.
Yeah, so Billy is here in just a few minutes. He's going to have your weekly mortgage rate update for you.
Yes, and Bill will also answer your mortgage question of the week.
Later in the show, I'm going to be talking about how to use the equity in your home for home improvements.
Great.
Providing you have some equity in your home.
Well, that's right. But if you have a home, and Sherry was just telling us before the show started, that homes have been increasing in value to such an extent that, yes, there might very well be some equity in that home to maintain it or improve it. So that's what she's talking about.
Right on.
Yes, and our Radio Real Estate home handyman, Finn Jensen, chats about Vancouver's ethnic neighborhoods and how they began.
And Mark from EA Renovations is still on special assignment. He's got this project he's working on, and I keep saying, can you talk to us on the show this week? He goes, no, I can't. He's too busy. But if you want to get a hold of Mark, we'll tell you later on in the show how to do that. Right, Sherry?
Yes, we will.
All right. Now, Vancouver's home prices, as Sherry just mentioned, have begun to surge in the first quarter of this year. And we'll be joined by this week's special guest, Chris Simmons. Chris is the owner-broker at Royal LePage Westside. And this morning, Chris is going to talk to us about the Royal LePage House Price Survey.
And Patricia LaPena, Regional Manager for Legal Shield, will talk about why it's so important to have your will and estate in order.
Absolutely. And Bill's mortgage question of the week is coming right up. If you have a question for Bill, please go to our website, which is RadioRealEstateShow.ca, RadioRealEstateShow.ca. Bill will answer your question on next week's show.
And Andrea Jacques of Keller Williams Elite Realty looks at a busy week in the Tri-Cities.
Mark Perry, the Radio Real Estate voice of the Valley, will bring us up to date on some of the activities taking place with a little bit of culture.
Ooh.
Not much, just a little bit of culture going on this week in Chilliwack.
And we'll chat about Lower Mainland real estate with Andy Mattu from the Powerhouse Agents at Remax Crest Realty Westside. And right now it's 10:03, and you're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CL 650.
Thank you, Sherry. And it's time now for our weekly mortgage rate update with our resident mortgage expert, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Bill, what do you have for us this morning?
The rates are still fabulous. They're just fabulous. I mean, you look at these rates and you kind of go, really? I have people coming in all the time saying, what should I do? I say, look, if you can afford it, if you're in for the game, go for a variable. Make sure you're paying more than what you should be paying. So don't go for the minimum, go for the maximum. You can always increase your payments by 15%. Make sure you're doing your 15% bump on that variable and go bi-weekly if you can afford it, so that you're actually amortizing it. If you have a 30-year AM, you're actually down to, I did some calculations with a client yesterday, they're down to 22.8 years if you did those two things on a variable at today's rates.
You seem to be a big fan of the variable rate if one can afford to do that.
Absolutely. Lots of flexibility. I mean, we know that the banks aren't making a lot of money, so they're very poor. But my But my loyalty is not to them, it's to my clients, and I'm looking at the fact that if they decide they don't like this particular lender, they want to get out of it, they have a 3-month interest penalty and they're gone. We're not talking like $20, $25, $30,000 pale penalties like a lot of them are. We're talking about minimal payments, like maybe $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000. Not that I want to pay $3,000 or $4,000, but it's sure a heck of a lot better than the alternative.
Bill's answer to your mortgage question of the week is coming up in just a couple of minutes, and later in the show, we'll be chatting with our very special guest, Chris Simmons. Chris is the owner-broker at Royal LePage Westside, and this morning Bill is going to talk to us. I'm sorry, not Bill. Bill Benning is on the North Shore.
Yes.
He's a partner with Chris.
Yes, he is.
But Chris will be here, and Chris is going to talk to us about the Royal LePage House Price Survey.
You're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate, on Smooth and Easy CL 650.
When it's time to make a move, reach out to Redpath Relocations. We are Vancouver's most professional office moving company. No matter what your business, we have the experience to get you into your new space in the most efficient manner possible. Our full spectrum of relocation services will leave you and your staff free to focus on your business. We offer move management, green initiatives, and our promise is to leave you happy. Call 604-945-9910 or visit redpathrelocations.ca.
Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. I can turn your outdated house into something you'll be proud to call home. Whether you're looking for a new kitchen, bathroom, addition, or even a new custom home, look no further than EA Renovations. Let us create the home you deserve. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Hi, it's Bill Macklem. In these busy and hectic times with family and business responsibilities, it is difficult to find the time to sit down with your mortgage broker and discuss all your mortgage options. I'm available to meet with you at your place of work, your home, our office, or at a place convenient for you. Please give me a call at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663.
CL 650. Shutters and boards cover the windows of the house where we used to live.
Yeah, shutters and boards cover the house where we used to live. They're all sealed up. Maybe it's because they needed to have some home repairs done and maybe didn't have any money for that.
Maybe it's a knockdown.
Maybe it's a knockdown, too. We'll find out in just a second. But we've got a question for Bill right now.
We do. This week's question comes from Michael Kensington of North Burnaby. Michael would like to know, Bill, if he could get some mortgage funds from his bank and still use the services of a mortgage broker to obtain the remaining funds.
That's a really interesting question, Michael. Thanks so much, Sherry. I'm anticipating what he's saying is that he has a home already, and he might have some equity in it, maybe even approved with a line of credit. So he's wondering whether he can use the line of credit for his down payment on the next home, and we would actually go after and get the mortgage on the new place for him. So I'm thinking that's what he's referring to. So that's what I'm thinking that he's going after. So yes, we can. We do that a lot of times where people have an existing mortgage with their existing lender. We don't want to pay pale penalties. As you heard in my previous comments, I'm not really a big fan of pale penalties. So if you're already with a lender and you already got the rate there, there's no sense in leaving that and paying a huge fee to get out of it. Let's use the funds that you've got and let's go after a different kind of a lender with the properties you're going to be buying. So yes, we can do that.
Great. For more expert mortgage information online, you could visit billymac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com. Or call Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
And Bill's mortgage question of the week is brought to you by InstaFund, the #1 source for private mortgage funds in Metro Vancouver. Online, instafund.com. Good morning, it's Tom Lucas with Sherry Brown, Bill Macklem, and Dwayne Bishop. We're all here on the Radio Real Estate Show, and it's time now for Andrea Jock of Keller Williams Elite Realty. She's going to tell us what's going on in the Tri-Cities this morning. Andrea, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry.
I hear you're out working early this morning. You're with clients already.
Yeah, you bet. It's been another busy week in the Tri-Cities. The market is really busy. Lots of buyers are out taking advantage of the low interest rate. If you're thinking about selling, now is a great time. I have two fabulous new listings. The first one is a fully renovated 1,100 square foot luxury condo located in the popular Whistler-inspired Newport Village, featuring a great open concept floor plan with lots of large windows, a custom maple built-in shelving, new brushed oak hardwood flooring, renovated kitchen with top-of-the-line Bosch appliances, and maple cabinetry. You will love the huge master bedroom with a large private patio. Come by to the open house today and tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. and see all that Newport Living Village has to offer. On the market for $448,800. I'm also featuring a bright and beautiful 2-bedroom ground-level condo that feels like a single-family home with your own private entrance. Located at the popular Lakeside Terrace featuring resort-like amenities, a large gym, pool, hot tub, and surrounded by beautiful lagoon walkways and landscape. Come by the open house tomorrow from 1 to 4 p.m. and check out this great value listed at $264,800. Today, Port Coquitlam is having their citywide garage sale on now till 1 p.m. Over 140 homes are participating, and there will be lots of great bargains. This is Andrea Jock for Radio Real Estate.
When you're ready to move to the Tri-Cities, call Andrea Jacques at 604-783-3124. That's 604-783-3124.
And coming up in the next segment of our program, we'll be joined by this week's very special guest, Chris Simmons, who is the owner and the broker at Royal LePage Westside. This morning, we're going to talk to Chris about, well, the first quarter Royal LePage house price survey.
This is Sherry Brown of RE/MAX Performance Realty with mortgage expert Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgage. Our producer, Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate, Vancouver's original on-air open house on smooth and easy CIL 650.
When you need movers that are ready and reliable, reach out to Redpath Relocations. We are Vancouver's most professional moving company. Our green initiatives utilize environmentally friendly e-crates that allow your move to be completed 20% faster than traditional moving boxes. Our 30,000 square foot secure state-of-the-art storage facility is designed to handle everything from household goods to museum collections. Whether the path you're on takes you across the street or around the world, reach out to Redpath Relocations. Call 604-945-9910 or visit us at redpathrelocations.ca.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund, one of BC's most established private mortgage lenders. Many people these days can't rely on the banks for a mortgage. Whether you're self-employed, have credit challenges, or are new to home ownership, sometimes it seems impossible to get the banks to understand you. InstaFund can help. Call me directly at 604-687-2020 or ask your mortgage broker if InstaFund is the answer to your mortgage needs. Visit our website at instafund.com.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located, and you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
If you've recently purchased or you're thinking of purchasing a house that is in dire need of some upgrades, then look no further. Hi, it's Mark from EA Renovations Limited. Fully licensed and insured, we'll turn your new house into a home you will be proud of. We do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied and make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Over the past 25 years, I have found most home purchasers do not use a mortgage broker. We are a no-charge professional who have assisted over 5,000 home buyers finance their home. The exciting part is these same home buyers come back to us for refinancing, buying their next property, or lowering their current payments. Call us at 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
Vancouver weather.
Well, if it's raining in your area right now, the rain should stop within the next few hours. And then today's high is going to be about 12 degrees. The UV index is about, 4, which is kind of moderate, so it's not too bad right now, but it's going to get worse, let me tell you.
And tomorrow you're looking at increasing cloudiness with a 30% chance of showers late in the afternoon. And on Monday it's cloudy with a 30% chance of showers and a high of 18.
And right now it is 8 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Radio Real Estate weather is presented by Legal Shield. Buying a home doesn't stop at the real estate agent. Movers, landscapers, hiring contractors, landlord or tenant strata issues, possible noisy neighbors. Know your rights. For more information, visit 247legal.net.
CIL 650. If I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, well, I'd buy you a house. I would buy you a house. And if I had $1 million, if I had $1 million, buy you furniture for your house. Maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman.
I An ottoman.
And what is an ottoman? I know what an ottoman is. That song makes me think about things like this. Like back in the early 1960s, my parents bought a home in West Point Grey, about 2 blocks away from the university gates. I think it cost them a few grand. By the 1980s, it cost over $1 million to buy the same house. Just nuts. Price houses just keep going up. The cost of housing in this Lower Mainland area just keep going up. And I think it's about time to talk about the first quarter home price survey, which was put on recently by Royal LePage. We have a friend of the Radio Real Estate Show. The gentleman's name is Chris Simmons. He is the owner-broker over at Royal LePage Westside up in Kerrisdale. Got him on the phone right now. Chris, good morning.
Well, good morning, Tom. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Bill.
Good morning.
We haven't talked to you for a long time. What have you been doing with yourself?
Oh, I've been busy working away. Just sitting at the desk here this morning, reviewing some of the week's business. So it's been busy.
That's gonna be a long read.
No kidding. So now Chris is the guy that's actually responsible for the Royal LePage first quarter house price survey. You did all the phone calling, all this information. You got your own, didn't you?
Well, a lot of the information we compile on a regular quarterly basis, and we have people who actually follow particular homes in particular areas, and the data is compiled at our head office in Toronto on a regular basis.
All right, Chris, let's get at it this morning. Detached bungalows have seen an increase?
Absolutely. You know, I think in the Vancouver area here, any single-family residence has detached residence has shot up considerably over the last year over year.
The percentages have gone up dramatically from year over year, from what I'm hearing. Can you confirm that, Chris?
Well, yeah. You know, I think that in some areas we're seeing prices that are perhaps as high as 40% higher than what they were this time last year. You know, certain areas on the east side and in particular, it's been very, very hot. You know, I noticed the lead into your to this segment was if I had $1 million. Well, $1 million
it won't buy you a house.
Much of a house right in the city of Vancouver, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I mean, these days just about everybody has a house that's worth $1 million.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, Chris, I was just talking to a gentleman this morning who's having an open house at his house in East Van, and I said, well, you're going to be busy today looking at offers because you don't see anything that's that goes on the market in that area that you don't get an offer right away.
Sherry, it's almost all multiple offers. Generally, what we're seeing here in the city is that you'll see an open on a house, and offers will be presented a couple of days later, and it's all multiple offers pretty much on detached houses. And in order to be successful in these multiple offers, really the sellers are looking at unconditional offers with the deposit check attached.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I'm noticing when I'm talking to clients, I've had a couple this past week who are thinking of getting listed this weekend, and I'm saying to them, if you're listing your house, you better make sure you have your eyes on a house you want to buy, because your house is going to go, and you may be homeless.
Well, that's a fact, you know, and we're starting to see even some single-family residences here in the Lower Mainland being flipped or before the original completion date.
Wow.
So that's a sign of how hot is the market? Well, for single-family detached, I would say red hot.
Well, you know, Chris, on the show each week we talk about the cost of houses. We talk about single-family detached homes. We also talk a little bit about condos and townhomes, and I understand that the standard condos are now at least showing a bit of an increase.
Yeah, there's definitely an increase in condos right across the board in the Lower Mainland in Vancouver, and townhouses as well. The sales volume is up as well, so that bodes well. The inventories are not huge, and so the product's moving. There's more obviously more inventory in condos and stratas than there is with the single-family detached segment.
How do you feel about the situation now for first-time buyers? I put you on the spot here, but if you don't want to talk about that, that's fine. But
well, first-time buyers, unless they're going to the bank of mom and dad, they may as well forget a house in Vancouver, unless they've been saving their shekels. You know, it requires housing is expensive. Detached housing, we're seeing most first-time buyers. They'll be looking at at stratas in and around the Vancouver. As further out you get, housing detached is a little more affordable.
Now, you talk about the Bank of Mom and Dad, and we talk about that as well in the show. We have kind of a little laugh over that. But more and more, it's getting to be true. Do you have a lot of people coming to see you that are actually dealing with the Bank of Mom and Dad, and are they older folks?
Yeah, we see it all the time where parents are involved with helping their children buy homes, whether it's a strata or a single-family home. Yeah, we see it all the time.
Well, we know what's happening out here on the West Coast. What about the rest of Canada? How do they fare?
Well, I think the rest of Canada is chugging along fairly well, maybe with the exception of Alberta, certain areas in Alberta. But it seems the rest of Canada is moving along. The feedback I'm getting from the brokers across the country is generally pretty good. Toronto's a hot market.
Yeah, I know my sister actually has a house in Calgary, and not in Calgary, but in a little town, and she's been trying to sell it for a year. I mean, it's not really moving too quickly in Alberta.
No, it's the oil price is obviously affecting anything that's in and around Calgary, and but they've had a very good run of real estate over the last 5-6 years, I would say, anyway. But the Okanagan is doing well, from what I understand from my friends up in the Okanagan, and generally I would say BC's doing very, very well. And things are trucking along pretty well, I would say.
Chris, just getting back to this Vancouver market in the Lower Mainland, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems to me that we decided, or our planners have decided, that we all want to live in some kind of high density living, and so the number of separate homes or detached homes versus strata properties are dramatically different, and it looks like this binge on individual homes has kind of been fueled by the fact that we haven't actually been keeping up pace in terms of individual homes being built over the Lower Mainland.
Well, yeah, particularly in Vancouver, in the Vancouver market, there is no land to develop into single-family houses in Vancouver. On the North Shore, there's the odd piece of land that comes available. And further out in the Tri-Cities area, and then further out in the valley, of course, there's and Richmond, there's more land as it comes out of the LR in Richmond, I guess, and more land becomes developed out in the valley. But right in Vancouver, there just simply isn't any, and existing houses are getting bought up by developers, and it's being redeveloped into upzoned type of living stratas, like along the Cambie corridor and along the Granville corridor. So there's less and less single-family product available, and there's an increased demand for it.
I guess because they're not building more land, so that's why everybody's going up instead of out now.
That's exactly why. And the demand is, Canada's a fabulous place for international investors to buy real estate. Our ownership in land here, freehold title, is great as far as international buyers is concerned. You try and get fee simple land in Asia, and it's not available to foreigners. It's leasehold only, and so that's one of the reasons that buildings attached with land people are paying attention to that from outside of Canada.
Chris, now this is great information. If somebody is listening to the show today and wants to get the whole rundown, can they go to RoyalLePage.ca and have a look at the house price survey?
Absolutely. There's a media room there on RoyalLePage.ca, and you can look at the historical results and the historical reports. We publish quarterly reports, and there's special reports that are published there as well on recreational surveys and all types of different surveys. It's a wealth of information.
Right now I'm going to ask Chris a question. He's going to answer yes because he has no other choice because I'm putting him on the spot. If somebody was to call you at the office, Chris, would you maybe take a few minutes and talk to them about the survey?
I'd be pleased to do that anytime.
Nice question.
Yes, and Chris's number at the office, 604-408-9311. Is that correct?
That's right. That reaches me at the downtown office here at the Vancouver Public Library.
Nice. 604-408-9311. 604-408-9311. Gentleman's name is Chris Simmons. He is the owner and the broker over at Royal LePage Westside. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, Chris. You always have such great information for us.
Well, thank you so much, and it's always a pleasure being on, Tom. I always enjoy this.
Will you be here to talk to us about the second quarter when we're ready for that?
Well, I'm sure I'll be around, or my partner Bill Binney will be around, or maybe even Barbara Bell Olson. Any of us would be pleased to speak with you.
Well, say hi to Barbara Bell Olson. She's a friend of the Radio Real Estate Show, too.
I'll certainly do that.
Chris, you enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you very soon.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Thanks
Bye,
for being
Jerry.
with us. Bye now.
Bye.
It's 10:25, and that was Chris Simmons. He is the owner and the broker at Royal LePage Westside. Have an office in Kitsilano. We're talking about the Royal LePage first quarter home price survey, house price survey.
It's amazing. It's amazing what's going on out there. I was going to suggest to Chris that maybe what we should be doing is set up a little company here. We'll buy some land over on the Sunshine Coast, and then lobby the government into doing a third crossing so that we could actually open that up for housing.
And then we could sell it and move.
Exactly.
I see. Okay. Chris Simmons is the gentleman's name. The website is royallepage.ca, royallepage.ca, or give Chris a call at his office, 604-408-9311. This is Radio Real Estate on AM 650, CL 650, smooth and easy. It's 10:25, and it's time now to say hello to Patricia LaPena. Patricia is the BC Regional Manager for Legal Shield. Good morning, Patricia.
Good morning, Tom. I wanted to let everybody know about an event that we put on for all the different communities in the Lower Mainland. We offer information sessions about wills and estate planning. I call them will workshops. We've hosted one in Victoria, Vernon, Chilliwack, Kitsilano, and we just had one last Thursday night in White Rock. I think we all know we need to prepare a will, but in fact, 7 out of 10 Canadians statistically don't have one in place, or at least they don't have an updated one. These will workshops are designed to educate you, to give you the insights of what you should be thinking about when you're preparing your will, and why the importance of it all. I know even myself, I didn't have a will until I just got married 7 years ago. I was one of those people that thought, I don't have any children. I was a renter, so I didn't own my own home, and I didn't really have any big assets, so I didn't think I needed a will. And I often hear other people say similar things like, you know what, nobody would want my stuff anyway. The truth of the matter is everyone needs a will, and if you don't have one in place when you go, the province will decide for you. The courts will decide for you, and that leaves a huge burden for your family. I have a friend, and his brother just recently passed away without a will in place, and his only son lives in Texas, so it's been very difficult for him to get here in Vancouver to work through this. But what he found out too late is that an old girlfriend of his dad's from 3 years prior just showed up, moved into his house, and now with nothing in writing from his dad, no one can prove that her claim to the belongings in that home are not valid. So it's her word against his son, and a legal battle has definitely begun. I have another friend who has 2 children. She's happily married right now, but her oldest child is grown and moved out, and she was from a previous marriage. So her youngest child still lives at home with her and his father. My friend was convinced that she didn't need a will because she thought, well, if anything happens to me, they'll just divide my estate equally between my 2 children. But actually she got some consultation, and in fact, she was told the exact opposite, and that without a will in place, her oldest child perhaps would get nothing from her estate. Everybody's lives are different. Family dynamics are complex now with blended families, single parents. There is not a cookie-cutter will for a one-size-fits-all. At these will workshops, we also discuss the importance of power of attorneys and living wills. These documents are just as important. Who is going to speak on your behalf when you are unable to speak for yourself? We need to assign someone that you trust that will take care of your financial and your medical decisions. Don't wait till it's too late. Get these wills done. Please come to one of our local will workshops here in the Lower Mainland and call us perhaps to get some more information about that. Next week, my colleague Sue Warner will be here, and she's going to mention a little bit about identity theft. Thanks, everyone. This is Patricia LaPena from Legal Shield for Radio Real Estate.
For more information, visit Legal Shield at 247legal.net. That's 247legal.net.
Love this music. Just love this
Mood music.
Isn't that great? Puts me in the mood.
Should be louder.
Could it be a little louder?
Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
It's nice.
I like that background music, but I want to hear the background music.
But you see, it's called background music, so it's supposed to be in the background. So we'll just take it down a little bit so they can hear us talking, because people like to hear us talk.
Really?
Well, my mom did anyway. 29 after 10 o'clock in the next segment of our program, we'll be joined by Mark. Well, we have two Marks on the show. One is Mark Perry. The other gentleman is Mark from EA Renovations, and I don't know, he doesn't want to be on the show with us because he's too busy working.
He's got some major projects that he's doing right now.
Yeah.
And he is very good at what he does. He's very meticulous. And so I can understand why he may not have the time, unfortunately.
But we'll tell you how to get a hold of Mark in just a few minutes. Our other Mark is Mark Perry. He's the radio real estate voice of the Valley. And we'll be talking to Mark in just a few minutes about some activities with culture that are taking place in Chilliwack this weekend. And he'll bring us up to date on Inglewood Courtyard.
And I'll be chatting about what you can get for $75 million today.
How much?
$75 million.
75 million. It's easier when you say it quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
75 million.
Demi Moore has her place listed, so we'll talk about that today on my Celebrity Real Estate Gossip.
All right, I'm looking forward to that. Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklin, president of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you are listening to Radio Real Estate live on Smooth and Easy, Sea Isle 650.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. For over 30 years, mortgage brokers have relied on InstaFund for fast service for their clients. These days, mortgage brokers are working extra hard. With tighter lending restrictions, many of their clients can no longer rely on the banks for financing. Mortgage brokers call on InstaFund to help their clients when the banks say no. Put our experience to work for you. Call 604-687-2020 to see if InstaFund is the answer to your client's mortgage needs. Visit our website at instafund.com.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located. And you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
If you've recently purchased or you're thinking of purchasing a house that is in dire need of some upgrades, then look no further. Hi, it's Mark from EA Renovations Limited. Fully licensed and insured, we'll turn your new house into a home you will be proud of. We do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied and make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Remember the last time your friends didn't help you move? Our family has helped move families and businesses around the world for the past 35 years. Redpath Relocations understands its needs of its clients. We offer walkaway service from your old office furnishings, donating them to local charities or environmentally friendly recycling. Check us out at redpathrelocations.ca or give us a call at 604-945-9910. Here at Redpath Relocations, we understand the business. We're always ready, always reliable.
Hi, this is Bill Macklin of Dominion Macklin Mortgages. As a successful broker owner, I have developed a team of mortgage professionals that support me and my clients. If you're confused with all the mortgage chatter of do's and don'ts, my mortgage team is ready to answer your questions to determine the best mortgage for you. Call 604-684-HOME. That's 604-684-4663 for more information.
CI 650.
10:33 is the time, and you're listening to the Radio Real Estate Show with Tom Lucas, Sherry Brown, Bill Macklin, and Dwayne Bishop. Now, next week, you'll be on the show with us, Bill, but you're going to be calling in long distance, right?
Yes, I am, from Newport, Oregon.
Oh.
Not Newport Beach, where we have some relatives, which would have been really nice. It's a lot warmer, but we're going to be in Newport, Oregon, going to go after some seafood.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Now, also this week too, you're involved with a series of courses you have to take every once in a while like a realtor, right?
We just took our courses. We have every 2 years we have to renew our license, and we have to update our educational background. So we got to do all those things. So we have modules that come on stream that we have to take that are really quite good, really. And then they kind of refresh your memory about things that you probably should know, did know. But it just kind of brings things back forward so that you're kind of more refreshed on those rules and regulations. And they're really good. All about fraud or something about how the people that you talk to in terms of mortgages, that they should actually be licensed as a mortgage broker. Can't be your sister, your aunt, or your mom. It's got to be someone that's licensed as a broker. No different than a realtor. I mean, you can't see a home without having a realtor presence, either Sherry or her counterpart. But she couldn't say, well, my daughter is available, so I'll get her to open up the house for you.
So if my mom was a real estate, a mortgage agent, I couldn't deal with her.
If she's licensed.
If she's licensed,
you can.
But if she's not, then I can't.
If she's not, you can't. So,
But
I work with Bill, so I kind of hurdle a few things. So therefore, I'll give you the ideas on the mortgage rates and all that. No, can't comment.
And of course, realtors are always updating their skills.
Yes,
you're always taking courses.
We're always taking courses on Barbara Bell Olson's course. She has a great course called Writing Enforceable Contracts, and so I took that course and lots of other courses on grow ops, courses on meth labs. Not how to do it.
Oh, I thought you were looking for another income stream.
This what to look for.
I was going to say they have courses on building a grow up. I guess they do. Probably on YouTube, you can find anything you want.
Well, you probably could.
Yeah.
So no, just it's good for us realtors to know the ins and outs of that, so that we could help protect our clients when we go show them a potential house that had a grow up.
And there's less and less lenders that actually want to finance them.
Oh, it's near impossible.
Exactly.
It's
they're becoming a. I was saying to a client just the other day, I said, when rates were like 7, 8, 9, 10%, banks were looking for your business because not everybody qualified. But now the rates are down to 2 and 3. Everybody qualifies, and the other banks are kind of cherry picking, and they want this client, but they don't want that client, and then that's what they're doing. And so people are wondering why I don't qualify, because they're looking for the best of the best now.
Yeah, and they're doing that with the properties as well.
Exactly.
If there's a little glitch on the properties.
Like if there's a self-managed property, like the banks are not excited about them anymore.
No.
You were saying that the banks will not finance grow ops or former grow ops?
Absolutely.
So what happens if you find a house that you like and you want to buy it? You find out it was a former grow op. Could you make an offer on the place, buy it, tear it down, and build something new, and then get financing for it?
You probably could.
You could.
Because what all the lenders are worried about, and even the municipalities that have passed some of these regulations allowing them to be sold again, is that they have no long-term idea of what that mold that was in there from 5 or 10 years ago is going to have an effect on you in 10 or 20 years from now. So there's some litigation aspects of it that they're starting to get concerned about. So they would just much rather, because there's so many people buying homes and there's so many homes out there, they don't need to focus on these types of houses.
So the next door neighbors would be happy then if you were to buy that place, tear it down, because number one, they'd have a brand new house there, and number two, there'd be less people coming at midnight honking their horns.
Absolutely.
I see. All right, it's 10:37. It's the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CL 650. We keep joking about our friend Mark over at EA Renovations. He's always too busy to be with us on the show.
But he's not too busy to be with his clients.
No, he's not. He's with the right people. But Sherry, if somebody would like to talk to Mark, he's available to talk on the phone. How do they get a hold of him?
He is, and EA Renovations, and Mark makes the process smooth and easy. For more information, call Mark at 604-825-0789. That's 604-825-0789, or you can go online at earenos.com. That's earenos.com.
EA Renovations is kind of like this radio station. We make it smooth and easy.
Yes,
very
smooth
good.
And
That's
easy.
very good. I knew I heard that somewhere.
Yeah. 10:38 is the time. You're listening to the Radio Real Estate Show on Smooth and Easy, CL 650. Mark Perry, who is the voice of the Valley, is standing by. He's live on the line from Chilliwack. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Sherry.
You know, you are a busy guy. I tried to get a hold of you earlier before the show this morning, and your phone is busy, busy, busy all the time.
You know what? We have just been running at lightning speed. Big-time stuff happening at Inglewood Courtyard. We've got closings and people getting prepared to move in and booking elevators, and it's all go here. We've been having customer walkthroughs with Victor, our customer orientation specialist, and he's walking our purchasers through, and they can see their finished suites, so they're very excited about. Everybody's coming with their notepads to make notes and about the home warranty, national home warranty. So there's lots of business going on here out at the Inglewood Courtyard.
Mark, let's pretend that I'm a person listening to the show in, let's say, West Point Grey in Vancouver. And I'm thinking, wow, this Inglewood Courtyard sounds pretty cool in Chilliwack. Give me a couple more reasons why the wife and I might want to move out there.
You're ready to retire. You want to change up your lifestyle. You want to downsize. You want to come out to the country. And this is what Chilliwack offers. We've got far larger suites than you're going to find anywhere in the Vancouver area for far less money. Our 1,224 square foot homes have heat pumps, air conditioning, gas fireplaces, large oversized windows, big decks. On average, our approximate selling price for our corner units is $250,000. So you can't get any better value for money than Chilliwack, BC.
A couple of weeks ago, my daughter and son-in-law and I came out to have a look at some of your wonderful places at Inglewood Courtyard. We were thoroughly impressed. And those units you were talking about, you've really made a big effort to use a very creative use of space there.
We know what our people look for. They're looking for ease of use. They're looking for a home that they can call their own for a long time. And that's what our Safer Home program has. Lots of things that are built within it that help you age in place, too. So you can really call this home, your home for the next 20 years or so.
And all the stores and all the shops are within walking distance. It's a great place to be. How do I get to Inglewood Courtyard, Mark?
Get our listeners to come out on the number 1 highway. So you get to the number 3 road. We've got a great big semi-trailer with a banner on it pointing you to the number 3 road exit. And then we've got signage coming all the way up Keith Wilson Road until we get to our development. And if you miss Keith Wilson Road exit, then you're going to take the Lickman Road exit and come southbound on Lickman until you get to Keith Wilson Road. Take a left on Keith Wilson, come all the way to the very end, and that's where the Inglewood community is.
If you're listening to this and you're thinking about making that move, you'd like to move out to the valley, change your lifestyle completely, take us up on the offer. Head out there today. Mark, thank you for that. We're doing this backwards today, but you have an event for us that's taking place in Chilliwack.
You know what? The big thing, the theater is happening this weekend at the Chilliwack Cultural Center. The Chilliwack Players Guild are proudly presenting the Fox of the Fairway, which is a tribute to great English farces in the 1930s and 30s and 40s. Lots of madcap adventure for love, life, and man's eternal love affair with golf. So that should be kind of exciting to see.
Golf, and there's a couple of golf courses around Chilliwack, too, I think.
And we've got some great ones out here.
All right, you enjoy your day. Go sell some houses, go play some golf, and you and I will chat again next week.
Thanks, Tom. This is Mark Terry, the voice of the Valley on the Radio Real Estate Show.
For more information about Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack, call Mark at 778-240-8513. That's 778-240-8513. Or go to inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
It's 10:42 on the Radio Real Estate Show, and Bill Macklin was saying, could you please hurry up with the program because you have to do this, go do some coursework, talk to a few, I want to say clients. I was going to call them patients.
Got to get some cookies from my mom.
And then you have to go to the hockey game.
And I got to go to the hockey game.
Wow.
What a busy day, eh? Yeah.
Very busy.
Who's going to win tonight, Bill?
Canucks.
But you're not going to the game.
No, you went
Thursday. It's in
Thursday.
Calgary, right?
Tuesday night or Thursday night. But
there are lots of people that are buying airplane tickets and going to Calgary for this game. I don't know why, but hey, let's go to Calgary. Let's spend $600 and go to a hockey game.
What's wrong with that?
Why don't you just take the $600 and give it to charity?
Well, that's a good idea.
It's not bad.
But we need to be there for the Canucks because
okay, Bill. Here's another one. Why not take that $600 and give it to your local mortgage broker to help you out a little bit? Yeah, he's trying to like that.
So you're so smooth.
All right, go Nucks, go. 10:42 is the time.
Easy.
You're not? That's not what I hear. 10:42. It's the Radio Real Estate Show, and time now for Sherry Brown. And this morning, Sherry's got some celebrity real estate gossip for us, and you've got a dandy story.
I do. It's all about what $75 million will buy you. Her penthouse is $75 million. That's right. It's on the market. It's Demi Moore's penthouse. It's described as the last unicorn of Manhattan, a floating mansion sun-filled with just the right balance of heavenly light.
Floating mansion?
Yes. So the 6-bedroom, 7.5 bath triplex she bought with Bruce Willis back in 1990 is on the market, and then your neighbor would be Bono.
Oh, great.
So I'm wondering, I think I want in on this deal here. So, Bill,
that's not a problem.
How could I buy this $75 million condo?
You want to do the 20% down so you have the 30-year amortization rather than the 25-year amortization, because I'm sure CMAC won't insure it. So we'll have to go 20% down. 20% down, so $15 million down. That'll give you a $60 million mortgage. That payment is only $7,600,000 per month.
How much?
How much?
$7.6 million.
$7 million a month.
It's 0.6.
Is that my payment? My payment a month.
Well, then don't forget, then we got to add on taxes. So let's just add on our taxes to that. So let's say that's about $58,000 for taxes.
So I'm wondering, Bill,
and
how much?
Just put on $10,000 for heat.
He's putting money on it.
I need to know how much of a raise do I need to be able to afford and qualify for that mortgage.
You need a bit of a raise. It's you only need to make $19,717,815
Okay.
Is that a year
So
or a
that's-
month?
That's annual.
Annual.
19
Okay,
million.
19 million.
Well, we can afford that.
No, you better round it off to 20 because we want to make sure the ratios work pretty good.
Okay, I'm going to go into my clients and say I need a little bit of a raise, so we're going to up my commission a bit so I can afford this.
Well, it sounds like a pretty big home. Why don't we get it and split it up 4 ways?
Well, we could have the one room for the studio.
Absolutely.
That would be great.
Can you get us in to look at the open house?
I can, yes.
Okay,
and
that's
that's
good.
your celebrity real estate gossip today.
Get more celebrity real estate gossip online. Go to our website, RadioRealEstateShow.ca, and right there on the homepage there's an icon. You can click on it and get some more dirt on the stars.
Is there any windows in it?
No. Those are
And-
extra.
Oh,
Yes.
In the next segment of our show, we'll hear from Mr. Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages.
We're going to be talking about how to use the equity in your home to talk to Mark from EA Renovations so that you can actually get the changes to your home that you've always wished for.
So if you're thinking about doing some renos, there's money available.
Absolutely. And don't forget, home prices have been increasing, so you may be surprised at what's available to you.
And we'll chat about Lower Mainland real estate with Andy Matu of the Powerhouse Agents at Remax Crest Realty Westside.
It's 10:45. Good morning. It's Tom Lucas with our co-host, Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty, Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Our producer is Dwayne Bishop, and you're listening to Vancouver's original on-air open house, Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy, CIL 650.
I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. Our family has been in the mortgage business for 4 generations, and InstaFund offers some of the lowest second mortgage rates in BC. Do you have a high-interest second mortgage on your property? It's time to ask your mortgage broker to help you reduce your monthly payments and increase your cash flow. Ask your mortgage broker if InstaFund is the answer to your mortgage needs. Or call me, Adam Corbin, at 604-687-2020. Visit our website at instafund.com.
When you're planning a business move, here at Redpath Relocations, we understand the business. With over 35 years relocating clients all over the world, we work with you from start to finish. Our service is so good, you'll want to move again. Visit us at redpathrelocations.ca or give us a call at 604-945-9910. Make the right move by taking the Red Path. We're always ready, always reliable.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located. And you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
Hi, this is Bill Macklem from Dominion Macklem Mortgages. Most people need advice on mortgage financing. We provide personal financial advice with no vested interest and at no cost. We're compensated by the lenders. We'll review your current financial situation to determine if you are ready to purchase. If not, we'll help develop a plan to put home ownership in your future. For more information, call 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
Vancouver weather.
If there's still a bit of cloud in your area, some rain coming down, it will disappear hopefully by noon today. The UV index is pretty moderate. Today's high expected to be about 12 degrees.
And tomorrow you're looking at increasing cloudiness with a 30% chance of showers late in the afternoon and evening. And on Monday it's cloudy with a 30% chance of showers and a high of 18.
Better get the umbrella out for next week, I'm
No, it's
thinking.
raining on Sunday because Calgary lost, so they're crying.
Is that what that is?
That's why they're crying tomorrow.
We'll see tomorrow. Right now it is 8 degrees on the Radio Real Estate Show.
Radio Real Estate weather is presented by Legal Shield. 8 out of 10 Canadians do not have an up-to-date will. Wills and estates planning doesn't have to be a daunting or expensive task. This could be your last love letter to your family. Are they protected? For more information about Legal Shield, visit 247legal.net.
CIL 650. Bring it on home with me. Yeah,
Yeah, that's Sam Cooke and Bring It On Home. Now, you like that one. That song you know.
Yeah, that's...
And you know it's not by John Denver. That's right.
It wasn't? It wasn't?
No, it wasn't.
I thought he was disguising his voice again.
To sound like Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. 10:48, it's the Radio Real Estate Show, and time now to take a look at the Lower Mainland real estate scene with Andy Matu with the Powerhouse Agents over at Remax Crest Realty Westside. We have him on the line now? Yes, we do. Andy, good morning.
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, everybody. How are you?
I'm good, and I hear it's been a busy week for you, not only in the real estate world, but also your sons are having birthdays and little things at school to attend too, right?
That's correct. Yes, we did have a big sale actually last night. Last week we had a penthouse on Helmkin and Howe for sale. We reduced the price dramatically by $119,000 on Monday, and by Wednesday we had 10 showings. By that evening we had 4 offers, an accepted offer, and it closed last night for $20,000 over asking price, which is awesome.
$20,000 over asking price?
Yes.
Somebody once told me that the bidding wars were over. I think not.
It's not over. If you price it right, they will come.
You go out to see somebody, you sit down, you have a cup of coffee at the kitchen table, because it always happens at the kitchen table, and you say, what do you think your place is worth? They'll say to you, $13 million. And you say, well, no, maybe more like $700,000, right? So you got to listen to what, you've got to listen to what the realtor's saying, right?
Sellers always want more money, which I understand, but you don't want to be unrealistic. Being realtors, we have the tools and knowledge to see what things are moving in the marketplace, which is fair market value. Nobody in their right mind would pay over market value unless you really want it and you're going to hold it forever, right?
So make sure if you're thinking about moving, if you're thinking about buying or selling this week, call your friendly realtor. If you live in the Metro Vancouver area, call Andy or Don. They'll take great care of you. So you're off next week, but Don's in, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Well, you have a wonderful weekend. Say hi to your family for us, and go sell some more of those beautiful condos, because that's what makes the economy go around.
I will, Tom. You have a great day. This is Andy Matthew for Radio Real Estate.
To learn more about the Powerhouse Agents, give Don and Andy a call at 604-307-3000. That's 604-307-3000, or visit powerhouseagents.ca.
Now give me more. What I want, that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yeah. That's what I want.
That's what I want. I need some money. I want to do a renovation. I need to call Mark over at EA Renovations, get some money to do some renovations. Bill, can I do that?
You certainly can. With
Good.
an introduction like that from the Dave Clark 5, that's a great...
That would be the
great.
Beatles.
Bill,
Bill.
you need to stick to mortgages. That's what you need to do.
You stick to mortgages,
Just leave
Bill.
the music to
leave
Tom.
leave the music to me, okay? I've
And
been
you
doing,
need to stick to mortgages.
And you stick to mortgages. So I'll ask
At least
the
I
question
didn't say
again.
the monkeys.
No, you didn't. Is there a mortgage available? Are there mortgage funds
Yes,
available
there
for
are.
people that want to do renovations?
So I was going to give you a bit of an example for how Mark can help you. So let's say your house is worth, your home is worth $600,000. So with the new lending rules, you can take out up to $480,000, which is 80% of the value of the current property. So if you had a mortgage on there already for $350,000 or $400,000, you'd have $80,000 for some renovations. Now there's some different ways you can do that as well. You can also say, gee, Bill, we're going to work with Mark, and we're going to find out that the home is actually not going to be worth $600,000 when we get done. It's actually going to be worth $700,000 when we get done. So then you can do what they call a mortgage plus improvements. So we'll take the first $80,000 out, if we had the equity in there, to do some of these renovations. And then if he has some more costs on those renovations, and we've managed either him or us help him get a line of credit, then he could actually then get it paid back once the improvements are made and we have a reappraisal of the property. It now shows it's worth $700,000, which then would give him a mortgage of $560,000, which provides them an extra $80,000 on top of the $80,000 we already have, so that's $160,000, and they've actually built themselves basically a new home interior.
So people that come to see you to get, is that what we call refinancing?
That's what they call refinancing.
What would the average age group be of somebody who would come in to see you for refinancing? Are they middle-aged people?
No, we've had some younger people who bought the home and said, hey, we didn't really like this, and they've had a gift for a down payment from mom and dad, or they've been in the home for a little bit, and now the home has risen in value. And they say, okay, so we now, and we've been really good in our debts, so we don't have any debts, like we've been really watching that. And so we have this equity built up, and can we take that equity now to do some things that we want to do when we first moved in? And so we would get a contractor to give them a price so that we have a real price, because that's what the lenders want to see. They don't want something scribbled on the back of a napkin.
Mm-hmm.
They want to see a contractor's price. And so they do the contractor's price, so they see what that looks like. Then we get the appraiser to give an appraisal of the property based on those improvements, and then they'll give us an idea of what that is going to look like. And then we can go after the mortgage money.
So if someone comes to see you in your office in South Surrey there, do they need to bring like the renovator, like Mark, along with them, or do you just bring the estimate?
Just bring along the estimate,
Just bring
because
along
we
the
trust
estimate.
Mark. We know Mark
Well,
really
of
well.
course.
So as long as it's written up in an appropriate format, we can get the appraiser to give us a value, then supply that to the lender, and the lender then can make a decision on how much they want to provide by the client.
Yes. And you can get more expert mortgage information online by visiting BillyMac.com. That's Billy with an I, not a Y, MAC.com, or by calling Bill at 604-684-4663. That's 604-684-HOME.
So if you're thinking about getting that renovation done, just talk to your renovator, get an estimate, go see your mortgage broker. Right?
Exactly. I know Mark's busy.
Yeah, he
is. And he's doing a lot of this kind of stuff because this is the time of year to do this type of thing.
Yeah, I guess.
And I've even talking to some of the people that do landscaping and home improvements around the house, in just in terms of the real estate aspect of it. And they're telling me that they're just busier than stinking from now until the end of June. And then when July and August comes on, like, the grass doesn't grow as much, so they're not quite as in demand. But right now is the busiest time of year that there is. So whether it's outside landscaping or inside looking after your home, you want to make sure you have your contractors in place and get your bidding done.
So do it now. Go see your mortgage broker now. Get those funds, and then call Mark. He'll come over and fix your house.
At these interest rates, I mean, like, I keep on saying to people all the time, at 2.2, 2.4% interest rates, the money's free. You might as well take advantage of it today.
Sounds good. Now, in the next segment of our program, guess who's back? Finn Jensen. He's our home handyman. He's going to talk about Vancouver's ethnic neighborhoods and how they came about.
Really?
Yes, he is. This is Sherry Brown of Remax Performance Realty. Bill Macklem, president of Dominion Macklem Mortgages, is here. Our producer, Dwayne Bishop, and Tom Lucas. You're listening to Radio Real Estate on Smooth and Easy CIL 650.
Home prices are out of control in Vancouver. Hi, it's Mark with EA Renovations Limited. Let us turn your basement or laneway into a beautiful new mortgage helper. Fully licensed and insured, we do what it takes to ensure you're completely satisfied. And we make your renovation as painless as possible along the way. Call 604-825-0789 today or visit earenos.com to arrange your free in-home estimate.
Hi, this is Mark Perry, developer of Inglewood Courtyard in Chilliwack. For every potential real estate deal that comes across my desk, the first thing that I look at in a property is where it's located. And you should too. If you're looking for an active retirement community in the best location, you owe it to yourself to stop by Inglewood Courtyard. Visit us online at inglewoodcourtyard.ca.
When you have a challenging mortgage situation, where do you turn? Private mortgage lenders have picked up where the banks have left many borrowers scrambling. I'm Adam Corbin, president of InstaFund. Borrow from InstaFund for any reason. Purchase more property, build a development, buy out your landlord, or pay other debts. And let's not forget taxes. We can help pay those too. Ask your mortgage broker to call InstaFund for a quote, or call me, Adam Corbin, at 604-687-2020. Visit our website at instafund.com.
CIL 650. I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops.
The preceding was a paid program.
I'm filling the cracks that ran through the door and kept my mind from wandering.
Radio Real Estate on AM 650, smooth and easy, CIL, and it's time now for Finn Jensen, our Radio Real Estate home handyman. Finn, good morning.
Good morning, Tom, and good morning, everyone. For anyone who arrived in Vancouver, let's say the 50s, the ethnicities of the neighborhoods were fairly apparent. Each was a little different from another, just a few blocks away. Many enclaves were typically English. The Irish and the Scots did certain things to their homes and properties that would tip you off as to who probably lived there. The Italian families, too, had their styles as well. Wonderful kitchen gardens and flower beds growing right in the front yards, if that's where the sun was. The Asians, too, had their preference. Exotic or unusual plants and trees could often be found on their properties, growing between interesting pots and clay sculptures. And, of course, your typical Canadian home, with good lawns and fences nicely painted, mostly uncomplicated arrangements, but appealing in their sensible layouts. Happily, if this hasn't changed, in fact, if anything, it has expanded, and that's only a part of it. The rest is embodied in design and architecture that has picked up on the historic values from around our neighborhoods and transferred it to new homes. Both detached and multifamily residences can now be found that has one of those characteristics so pleasantly remembered for all newcomers to enjoy. This is Finn Jensen for Radio Real Estate. Talk to you next week.
If you have any plumbing or air conditioning work to be done, call Finn at Gentech Mechanical Installations, 778-378-2740. That's 778-378-2740. 2740.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that phone number because I had the opportunity to call Finn last week because I was having a problem at Cabo San Lucas with my carburetor.
Really?
Yeah, one of my daughters called and obviously did something to it. It wasn't me because I never use it. But it must have been one of them. And it turned it on and you heard the power. And it wouldn't turn, right?
Yes.
So my daughter says, oh, you do this. So Finn comes over. He says, oh, do you have that Allen wrench? I said, what? And he said, oh, here it is. And he put it in there and now it
works.
And it works. And it's
Yes.
quiet and fine. So he knows all about everything.
Wow.
He's a good guy to know. So if you need help, give Finn a call. Do you still have his number there?
I do. That number is 778-378-2740.
Yeah, give Finn a call. Tell me you heard about him on the Radio Real Estate Show and what a nice guy he is. Now, after the show, Sherry, I know that you're doing things. You're always looking for listings. And single-family homes or detached homes are selling well. And we need some more of those, don't we?
Yes, today I'm running around looking for listings because they are going quickly and there are still buyers out there. And if your buyers are ready to go, then, hey, there's homes out there. And they're going in competing offers, so you have to be ready.
Wow.
Yes.
You have to be careful. If you're listing your own home and don't have someplace that you made an offer on, you could be homeless because the homes will sell like a hotcake.
I think really the perfect person who's selling their home is somebody who's actually maybe downsizing. Because if they're going into a condo or townhouse, they're going to have no problem finding it. It's still kind of a buyer's market for condos and townhouses, depending on where you're looking. But as I was talking about a few weeks ago, I was looking for clients in White Rock. Every single listing I phoned on, which I phoned on about 18 or 20, they were all still listed. They were all still available. Whereas I phone on houses, and nope, sorry, I've got 5 offers on it.
So you're saying that people who are looking for a home, that are just kind of watching on the computer, that they probably should actually get in touch with a realtor, because by the time it gets on the computer, it's either already been sold, already been shown to their entire office, whatever.
Absolutely. And they could get a hold of me at 604-970-6789. That's 604-970-6789. Or they can email me at sherry@sherrybrown.ca. That's SHERI brown.ca.
Well, that's it for this week's show. You and I, Sherry, will be back here next week with Dwayne in the studio. Bill is going to be out playing in a place called Newport, Oregon.
That's right. We're staying at the Landing, which is a condo hotel.
Are you getting it at half price now for mentioning it on the show, or what?
I don't.
Try.
I'm going to.
Okay,
you know I would.
So you'll tell us all about maybe some real estate prices down there?
Yeah, and I'll be suntanning.
Oh, yeah.
In my borax suit. So
lots of suntan, yeah. So we're looking forward to that. We'll talk to you all from Oregon next week on the show. The rest of us are back in the studio. We've got more information coming up on Smooth and Easy, CL 650, and I'll talk to you all Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock with more of your all-time favorites. Dwayne, thank you. Bill, thank you. Sherry, thank you. I'm Tom. You have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.